The Sports Trust acts as the implementation partner to the National Department of Sport, Arts and Culture, providing sports facilities to rural communities as required by the department. Lukhanyiso Primary School, located in Pearston in the Eastern Cape, was recently the proud recipient of a world-class multi-purpose sport court. As part of Freedom Month and celebrating 30 years of democracy, the Deputy Minister attended the hoisting of the national flag as well as the preamble of the Constitution and celebrated the day with the community members.
We are here in Pearston in the Eastern Cape, Sarah Parkman district. We are here to hand over this beautiful court, which is a multi-purpose court. But the beauty is that this is a court that can be used by all the schools in the area, but also by the community and the clubs in the community. Us bringing this court here is critical because as we celebrate 30 years of democracy, we should be able to have everybody having something that they can celebrate that talks to them.
We are fortunately at Lukhanyiso Road Municipality. We consist of 3 towns, which is your main town, Somerset East, Cookhouse and Pearston. We have been identified to get the support from Sport Trust and also Department of Sport, Arts and Culture for this sport court. It's one of the beautiful and world-class sport clubs. Remember, Pearston is one of those small areas which is isolated. The crime is very high here. By bringing these sport facilities here, it's going to decrease crime because our kids are going to focus in terms of sport here. Each and every time, and it's allowed for other schools also to participate in this sport court and also the members from community.
This is a dream come true. Now you say this is the little that you can give to us. It's very big. We are honored to have you amongst ourselves.
It's a dream come true for us because it has been something that we have been looking forward to. We have been without any playing ground. It was very frustrating. So we could not be able to participate in sport, and we would envy some schools who would go out for sport and all that stuff, but we did not have the resource. So for us, this means a lot because it has brought a lot of change. And in fact, we feel like it's going to have an impact in terms of motivating our learners. Because in education, most you know that we don't only build our learners through a curriculum, but also you need to make sure that they participate in sport so that they are actively involved also in other spheres of life.
The 27th of April is known as Freedom Day and honors the first election in which South Africans of all races could vote, which took place in 1994, where Nelson Mandela was elected as the president of the country.
Years of democracy is not something very light. We come from a background that it was not easy for communities like this to have this kind of a court. We are here today celebrating 30 years of democracy and take a pause and look at what this government has delivered for the people of South Africa. And we are very grateful. We take a moment and actually remember where we are coming from. Those young kids might not understand where we are coming from, but the future is for them to build as we are here doing that. There is no way that you can celebrate 30 years of democracy and not understand where we are coming from. Because the flag, if you understand the colors, it explains and it summarizes the history of where we are coming from. Because as you would know, the red in that flag stands for the blood that was, shed by the people of this country for us to reach democracy. As you also know that yellow in that flag is about the wealth of this. And that blue in that flag is about the sky is the limit. And also the black is about the indigenous people of this country, the black people who were disenfranchised, who now are part of this democracy. So it becomes critical that South Africans, people, learners, are able to understand what the flag stands for.
God bless South Africa. Muzimu Father Africa. Hosika Tekisa Africa.
The multi-purpose sport court offers 5 codes of sport on one court, these being 5-a-side soccer, netball, volleyball, basketball, and tennis. It will be used to create a sporting hub and support the community and learners with the opportunity to learn new codes of sport, as well as host various sports leagues and activities which will assist with talent identification and transformation in sport.
This for me is important because remember, we've got community participation games, but we've also got school sport, which we are saying the school sport now needs to be part of the curriculum. You are not going to be able to roll out school sport if you don't have the facilities. So the big thing is for us, the facilities. Remember as well, we hosted the Netball World Cup last year, and one of the things is that Lotto has given Netball South Africa about 60 million to actually build legacy courts all over the country to make sure that out of the Netball World Cup, we've got these courts in all the communities so that netball becomes accessible to every girl child, to everybody. So for me, it's important because you can't talk access without having these facilities. So facilities goes hand in hand with access.
They like the netball, I don't want to lie, because the problem, it was the field. That's why you didn't get in netball in this school, because we have the challenge of the field. So now, and they like it. From now on, I promise you, when we come back, you will see our team will be on top.
Ke ngoku sizawukwazi ukubahlula ngokwamaqela nangokwe-age yabo abantwana ngokokuhluka kwabo. Siye sikwazi ukubadlalisa, sikwazi uba abadala baqale badlale nabadala abancinci bakwazi ukudlala abancinci. Umfundi ngamnye uzoba nalo elakhe ithuba lokuba akwazi ukudlala, akwazi ukuzibonakalisa isakhono anaso.
Apha nge-Saturdays ngempelaveki lelona xesha lizawuba right. Sikhipha abantwana bethu be-busy because kaloku apha i-crime high. So we spend most of the time in the weekends with the kids here, and even we play tournaments. We must sit down with other schools and make a timetable what we are going to do and to use these fields.
Abafana bona balapha esikolweni ngawumbi aba bangabafundi bazoba nalithuba lokuba ngaba xa ngaba befuna ukudlala isikolo sele siphumile bazokwazi ukuzo practice apha. Loo nto izokwazi ukubanceda uba bangazibandakanye kwizinto ezingalunganga ezenzekayo apha ekuhlaleni. Xa sibazisa apha sizoba nayo laa nto bafunde idiscipline yokuba ngaba xa ungumntu udlala isport nasiphi na unayo imigaqo yakhona, kukhona indlela yokwazi ukuziphatha. Loo nto ngoku izokwazi uba ibakhulise nangokwasengqondweni, ikwazi ukugcina nabo imizimba yabo isempilweni.
We'll make sure that we include e-sport and all that stuff into education, and therefore give some learners who are talented more in sport, because you know most other learners don't have that academic ability, but they can do more in sports. And we believe that through this facility we will be able to build more of our national team players.
They must look after this. This is their legacy. But it can't be all of us, it can't be government that must actually now protect this. This is their property. The community, young people, they must make sure that it is as good as it is. And the young people must also remember that this government is the government that cares for them. And therefore, as they play here, they must also remember that they leave it well for the next child that comes after them.
I will spend all of my time to practice with the kids and also to invite the other school. We practice together and make some tournaments together, because I'm proud really for this special, beautiful field for us. Thank you very much.
We are grateful. We don't have Nelansika words to say. We are grateful from the Deputy Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture, Mamumafu, to bring this very precious court here in Lukhanyiso Municipality.
The National Department of Sport, Arts and Culture, together with the Sports Trust, are celebrating 30 years of democracy, of providing sports facilities and sporting equipment to schools in South Africa, as part of enhancing education through sport and supporting an active and winning nation.